Let's now move on to the other big development, of course, this relating to the cases against Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. He's now been remanded to judicial custody till the 15th of April by a court in Delhi. This is in connection with the Liquorgate scandal. The Enforcement Directorate has said that the Chief Minister is not cooperating. He is diverting the course of the investigation. He's not providing passwords for his digital devices, his phones and his iPad, etc. But in a stunning twist in the courtroom proceedings today, the lawyer who was appearing for the Enforcement Directorate, the government counsel, he claimed that one of the prime accused in this case, Vijay Nair, who served as the Aam Aadmi Party's communications points person and is accused of being the middleman between the Aam Aadmi Party and the so-called South lobby, the agency claims that Kejriwal claimed that Vijay Nair never directly reported to him. Instead, the agency's lawyer claimed in court today that Mr. Kejriwal said during his interrogation that Vijay Nair was actually reporting to Atishi and Saurabh Bharadwaj, who are currently ministers in the Delhi government. He also added that his interactions with Vijay Nair were very limited. Meanwhile, the Enforcement Directorate also claims that Aam Aadmi Party Treasurer Mr. N.D. Gupta told them that the election in charges were picked by Mr. Kejriwal, but that the Delhi Chief Minister said that N.D. Gupta was confused, adding that the PAC and not the CM picked the election in charges. This is in connection, of course, to the Goa elections, where, again, the ED's contention is that there were Hawala transactions to the tune of 45 crores, which were part of the kickbacks of the Liquorgate scam, which then funded the Aam Aadmi Party's campaign in Goa. But the Chief Minister said that he was unaware of any such transactions. The twists and turns continue in the Liquorgate saga, but one thing is clear: there is no legal relief for the Delhi Chief Minister, as well as his close associates, the likes of Manish Sisodia, Sanjay Singh, etc. The ED's case is roping in more and more leaders of the Aam Aadmi Party. And the question is the Aam Aadmi Party's defense crumbling?
सारा विपक्ष जिस आरोपी को बचाने के लिए प्रयास कर रहा था, न्यायालय की दृष्टि में वो गंभीर आरोप हैं।
जब से आम आदमी पार्टी और कांग्रेस ने दिल्ली में चुनाव लड़ने का काम किया है, इन लोगों में एक ऐसी माहौल हो गया है भारतीय जनता पार्टी में, जहां जानते हैं दिल्ली में तो ये लोग सीट्स नहीं जीत पाएंगे, और ईडी, आईटी, सीबीआई का इस्तेमाल कर उनको जो हिरासत में रखा जा रहा है दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है।
All right, so is the Aam Aadmi Party's defense crumbling one by one? Pratyush Kant of the BJP is joining us. Anmol Pawar of the Aam Aadmi Party is also joining us. Anmol Pawar, has Mr. Kejriwal thrown his trusted lieutenants and perhaps the only leaders of some recall value in your party who are left in the Delhi government because everybody else is in jail, Saurabh Bharadwaj and Atishi, under the bus?
Sarkar, the claims made by Enforcement Directorate are baseless, and this statement is erroneous and is being misconstrued solely for sensationalizing this case. I'll tell you, the statement which was made by Mr. Vijay Nair was in 2022. And he very categorically stated that he reported to Atishi ji and Saurabh Bharadwaj ji in capacity as communication in charge, because he was the communication in charge of our media department. And this has nothing to do with the so-called liquor scam. He was not the part of the government. It has been stated earlier as well. So these are just baseless claims.
But what were Atishi and Saurabh Bharadwaj's locus standi back in 2022? Who were they? They were not even ministers in your government.
One was the chief spokesperson of the party. The other was the spokesperson of the party.
So the media in charge reported to the spokespersons.
It was in relation to the media strategies and communication.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with the so-called liquor scam. And this same Enforcement Directorate, investigating the case since last 2 years, has been unable to recover a single penny. More than 500 raids have been conducted. They have around 250 odd witnesses with them. But still, the only basis of this case is 4 approvers. One of the approver, P. Sharad Reddy, he made 8 statements in which he denied the involvement of Mr. Kejriwal.
Okay.
But when he donated 60 crore rupees to BJP, the Enforcement Directorate did not oppose his bail, and the 9th statement he made was implicating Mr. Kejriwal.
So, Pratyush Kant, the contention is, the Badi Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson is that these are claims by the ED lawyer. Why should anybody believe that the Delhi Chief Minister would try to implicate his 2 lieutenants, Atishi and Saurabh Bharadwaj? They had nothing to do with the government back in 2022 when Vijay Nair was arrested.
Zaka, you have to understand, and your viewers must understand, that here is a case where an FIR is lodged. If an FIR is lodged, the agency could be police, CBI, whatever, EOW, whichever agency. They have to look for evidences. In this case, they start looking for evidence. The moment you lodge an FIR, a court starts supervising the case. In this case, same thing happened. So many people went to jail. Sisodia ji is in jail for last 1.5 years or more than that. So what happens? Every time the agency gets an evidence, they go and show it to the court. The court sees the evidence, says bail denied. Then what do? You go to a sessions court. You again go and show evidence. The court sees, which I and you are not seeing, Zaka. Then it goes to High Court. Then it goes to double bench. Then it goes to the Supreme Court. They went everywhere. They got no bail. So what does it show? That whatever ED is showing to the judiciary, the Honorable Lordships, has solid proof behind them. That is why everybody is going to jail. And that is the reason why, Zaka, after 9 summons also, this man was not going, because Arvind Kejriwal knew that he is the kingpin of the whole thing. He knew the moment he goes, he will be arrested, because he knew he is the one who masterminded it. Now you may have forgotten your mobile number's password. You may have broken your hundreds of mobiles, destroyed n number of SIMs, but the messages you were sending to too many people around, those were there. That is what ED has got.
Okay.
That is why if you read, say digital proof. This is how you leave a proof. Zaka, just give me 2 minutes, just for your viewers to explain to them, so that this BJP thing is out of the whole thing. Now what happens? They go to ED. The ED shows them all those documents they have been showing to the court. Okay, this is the thing. This is the tower. What is Vijay Nair doing in a government's house? What is Vijay Nair doing in the meeting of your ministers? 10 meetings. No outsider can come in our family meeting. How is he there in those meetings? So now he's showing all those things. What he says, no, I don't remember. I just met him a few times. But Saurabh Bharadwaj and Mavlini were the people who they used to meet regularly. No, so what are you doing now? Now you are telling CBI or ED that, boss, these are the people behind bar, get them also. But they don't understand. Evidence leaves in today's world, electronic world, you leave your footprint everywhere.
Okay.
And this is exactly what ED has done.
Anmol
they have
Pawar,
slowly gathered the footprint,
politically,
and this is
the
what they are
BJP
showing
is
the
saying,
judges.
how can you have a situation where a chief minister refuses to resign? Administrative work cannot be done out of jail, and instead of appointing one of the other MLAs, and avowedly again you have more than 60 MLAs, instead of appointing one of your other MLAs to become chief minister, as has been the case, numerous other politicians in the past have done that, from Jayalalitha to Lalu Yadav. Instead of that, and not wanting to give up control of power, the chief minister is refusing to resign. In fact, if anything, he is seemingly propping up his wife, Mrs. Sunita Kejriwal, rather than one of the elected MLAs to run the government while he clears his name.
Zaka, I disagree with you for the fact that these are mere allegations which have been leveled against Mr. Kejriwal. There's not an ounce of truth in these allegations, and nothing.
But how can
has
he
been
run a
proved.
government from jail, sir?
Sir, there are precedents in the past. There was one Sahara case in which the Honorable Supreme Court granted permission to operate from jail. He was provided secretarial assistance. He was provided landlines, internet facilities, and a separate room. And there's another Narda scam, wherein the division bench of the Honorable Calcutta High Court directed 2 ministers which were accused in that case to operate from a particular house when they were kept in house arrest.
Sir,
And while
as you are well aware, a government functions as long as a chief minister or a prime minister is there, which is why when a chief minister or a prime minister resigns, the entire cabinet gets dissolved. You have to form a new government. You have to form a new cabinet under the leadership of a new individual. That is what Mr. Kejriwal is reluctant to do. Instead, he's saying, I'll run my government from jail. And by the way, there is no precedent. There is absolutely no precedent, none whatsoever, of a sitting chief minister being arrested and refusing to resign and saying that he will run or she will run the government from jail. No precedent whatsoever.
Zaka, there's no constitutional bar, and neither is there any provision in the Representation of People Act. Technically, there's no legal bar to operate as chief minister from the jail. It is on mere allegations.
No, but why is he? What is he so afraid of giving up power?
But why should he resign? On the basis of mere allegations, the whole case is false and fabricated.
The allegations were, no, one second. Allegations were there against Hemant Soren also. Why did he resign?
If I make an allegation to on Prime Minister Narendra Modi that I gave a bribe of 1,000 crore rupees and day before yesterday, and then I asked for his resignation, so should he resign?
So if he's arrested by an investigating agency and that investigating agency is producing prima facie material which convinces a court that there is no grounds to grant bail,
Zaka,
then for sure he should resign, yes.
Zaka, even till date, I have stated that there are only 4 approvers in the case.
Okay.
The first one I have stated earlier. The second one is Magunta Srinivas Reddy, whom their ally partner TDP has given parliamentary ticket, and Mr. Narendra Modi will go and campaign for him.
Okay.
And the other one, let me complete.
Pratyush Kant, the problem where your contention, Pratyush Kant, gets muddied once again is in the testimony of Sharat Chandra Reddy, who was the head of Aurobindo Pharma. The Aam Aadmi Party has been making this claim. India Alliance partners have been making this claim that he was one of the accused persons in this case. The moment he bought electoral bonds, which the BJP then encashed, 5 days after that, he turned approver. And then it is basis his statement that the case against Mr. Kejriwal has been proceeded with. Pratyush Kant.
Zaka, just see where the Aam Aadmi Party's politics has reached. But here is a guy who used to stand and say कि allegation lagne ke pehle resignation. What is Sonia Gandhi doing? Why isn't Sheila Dikshit behind bar? And today look what he is doing. He is in jail and trying to run a government there. I never disturbed this guy. Let's have a decorum of debate. It's very easy to disturb. I never disturbed him.
Make your point, yes.
Look, Zaka, what is happening now? Now this guy is trying to put his wife there because he's scared that if I will not put my wife, some other leader will run away with my party the way I did to Anna. This guy has never spoken truth in his life. His whole politics is based on lies and white lies. Here is a man who knows that he's involved in corruption. Look, just 5 weeks ago, Ajay Makan does a press conference from Congress headquarters, gives a 3-page detail that he made money in liquor, it went to Goa, everything what he says. Just take it out, Zaka, and see. And today when I was seeing the ED thing, I mean Ajay Makan's document, the treasurer of the party, member of parliament, now hands, yesterday they were crying together in that stage. He said everything which is there in ED document. Now these are all public documents, nothing that I have seen. Rahul Gandhi goes 2 weeks before that in Telangana, says bahut bada chor hai Kejriwal. He sits with terrorists. And look, today they are there together. Now here we have reached a level where they want power, they want to safeguard their family, and Kejriwal wants to be a new partner to this family politics game. But the truth is that BJP has nothing to do with it.
Okay.
It is the evidences,
I'll
the corruption you have done,
let's
see
how this plays out in Delhi and whether or not this will have an impact in the Lok Sabha elections in Delhi. I want to thank both Pratyush Kant and Anmol Pawar for joining us.